What's good? What's good, people? It's your boy Uncle Fred, and look who I got next to me. And what I can actually reach over there. Yeah, man. Fam came up to see your boy this week, man, and we thought we would give you an Uncle Fred TK in house, in person, live and direct. TK, how you doing, man?
All is well, as you can see me right here, live and direct. So yeah, get some pickums going in person.
Get some pickums going, man. Look here, man. Look, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and get to my my captions. Look, man, we gonna apologize. Like folks like to say, life be lifing, and we didn't get a chance to have no pickums for week. This is week 16. Week 16. So 14 and 15 we didn't get. We didn't get a chance to come. But I still picked my games, and like I said, we're going on an honor system. So if you look on the thing here, on week 14, your TK went 13 and 3, man. He had an excellent week. And I went 10 and 6. And of course, now last week, we also didn't pick, and my week 15 results. I think I went 11 and 6 or something like that. So I missed about 6 games. So it's what it is. So anyway, we got a few games. The league then took a little turn a little bit. There's some teams that we thought were going to be playoff teams that kind of fell out of favor, like my Dallas Cowboys right there, which I'm sick of. But you see, I got this on. So, college football playoffs is on. So, my Alabama Crimson Tide did their thing last night, winning in the first round of the college football playoffs. And, that's kind of where it's supposed to be. Alabama's supposed to be in the college football playoffs. It ain't the Alabama Invitational, called that for nothing. So we'll see what happens with them the rest of the way. But enough of that. Let's get on with these pick'ems, man. We got a few games, a couple of competitive games, a few, but you know what? We're gonna pick them anyway. We're gonna pick them anyway, and we'll see what happens. We're gonna pick them what happens. All right, man. So, as we know, when it gets close to the holiday season, first of all, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, however you want to see it, to all those that are watching, and hopefully you having time to be able to enjoy it for what it really represents, as a time to be with your family, a time to reflect and enjoy life that's been presented with, and let's not get caught up in all the other foolishness. But as we know, as the holiday season gets on, we have games on days that's not necessarily designated for um, pro football, which there are games today. Okay. So our first games will be today. All right. We got a game today at 4 o'clock p.m. on Fox, December 20th. You got the dreaded Eagles traveling to DC to take on the Washington Commanders. Washington Commanders are kind of like in, I want to say, next season mode. They've already sat down Jaden Daniels. So, what's his name? Yeah. Mariota will be playing. He'll be starting, and Probably a lot of players will be, not playing today. Eagles got to have this game so they can solidify their division title, which all they got to do is win one game. This will probably be the hardest of the. Well, next week might be the hardest, but winning at the Commanders might not be the easiest task. I got the Eagles probably winning it, but hey man, a man can't hope. I know we got a 1% chance to get in the playoffs, but it ain't happening. I got the Eagles, man.
Yeah, I got the Birds, man. Yeah, no way.
Yeah, man. Die Eagles. I mean, sorry, fly Eagles, fly, fly Eagles, fly. Where was my man? Or sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. We both got the Eagles. No fighting here on this one. We got the Eagles. That be like I said, that game be coming on. Now I noticed something, TK. When I start looking this stuff up on my ESPN app, they don't put the lines no more. I don't know. Did something go down?
Well, I wouldn't say no. I would say maybe I did read just yesterday a memo about the NBA making adjustments like that. I'm not sure if it applies to the NFL as well.
Yeah.
Just trying to make sports better and more discreet.
Okay.
Whatever helps.
Whatever you got to do to make it right, man. Whatever to make. Hey, what they say? Whatever helps you sleep at night, man. Whatever, man. All I know is when I usually make my stuff out there, I'd have the line out there so that kind of assists us in, hey, do we want to go with what Vegas says or we want to go out on our own limb? So we don't have that. I noticed like a couple of weeks ago, you don't have that no more. So there's no lines given. So, and I went in and I couldn't find any lines. So, but I'm sure the Eagles were favored probably like 5 or something like that on the road. So we both got the Eagles in this game, and it could be a very interesting game. All right. Second game, we got another Saturday game at 7:20 today, and it's going to be on Fox. Actually, I should have put stars on this game. It's going to be the Green Bay Packers traveling to Soldier Field to take on the Chicago Bears. Now, they played a couple weeks ago, and it was a pretty good game. I think it was like 24-21. And it was a game that Micah Parsons was all over the place. And like I said, last week was not a great week for the NFL because we lost Michael Parsons last week, in a game, in a non-contact knee injury, and it's reported to be an ACL. With certainly our prayers are with him to get healthy. Certainly he's going to miss the rest of this season and a good portion of next season. So that's tough when it happens this late in the season. But this is a good game. The game both of these guys got to have. They got to have both the Bears and the Packers got to have this because the way the NFC is stacking up, you lose a game, you can move out of first to second place and move all the way down to seventh. So I know the Packers lost last week and the Bears won. The Packers lose this game, they may be down at the very bottom, of the thing, depending on what Detroit does. If Micah Parsons hadn't gotten injured, I probably would pick the Packers because I like the way they kind of mucked up the Chicago Bears offense last time. But I think if you kind of muddy that thing up a little bit, you can kind of get Caleb Williams to kind of a little bit. This is a tough one. I'm gonna take the Bears at home. I think it's pretty much a toss-up. This one's probably like a 1 point. They probably like favored by 1. If I had to guess by how things usually have gone on these things, I'm going with the Bears at home to win over the Packers. But I would not be surprised if they went the other way. What you say, TK?
I say push that button. Let's crash.
Huh? Let's crash? Oh, okay. Okay, we fighting, man. Okay.
Yeah, man, I'm going Pack.
Going Pack. What's your rationale for that?
Well, I think Thursday's out again, and I kind of want to not just be contrary to you, but I also want to feel like the Packers are the better team. So, despite the fact Mike is a huge loss, irreplaceable force, I think the better team wins out today. I think the Packers go ahead and establish one.
Okay.
So, they'll be motivated. They'll be inspired from losing one of their captains, their leaders.
Yeah.
They come out, and their secondary is really good still, despite his loss. And I think they're making it hard on Caleb, man.
Okay.
Now, granted, in saying all that, I love for Caleb to prove me wrong. I would love it.
Okay.
So we'll see. I'm going Pack, though.
Going Pack. Going Pack. Yeah, going Pack. I was gonna make I was about to make a comment on that, and I can't remember the point. Oh, I do remember. I do remember. The Bears. One thing I have been impressed by the Bears, and it kind of like I started noticing it late in the season. When the Bears want to, they can really run the football, and I mean, and they've kind of ran it on everybody they've tried to run it on. They. So that's would be something I will be looking out for. Is like, can the Bears line up and impose their will on the Packers D line, which they've been doing on a lot of different supposedly good defenses. So I'll be looking for that. That will be their key to win. Run the football, keep the downs and distance in third and second and third and medium and what they say manageable. I think they can. I think the Bears can win this game. But like you said, even without Micah, the Packers have a great defense. So it's an interesting game. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, that game's on at 4:00 today. So we'll see what happens there. 7:30. Sorry, 7:30. 7:30. 7:30. Okay. All right, man. All right, so now we're on to our Sunday game. So first on Sunday, December 21st, noon. Okay, we got the Jets at the Saints. Got much to say about that. There's two teams looking to get a top 5 pick. I ain't got nothing. I'm gonna go with the Saints because the Saints have won 2 in a row. They have beaten teams that really was trying to win their division. They beat the Bucks and the Panthers in back-to-back weeks on field goals, and I feel like they got some momentum going. And I'm gonna go with the Saints.
I second that. I'll go with the Saints as well. I still think they're trying to compete enough to give Tyler Show, something to work with and something to evaluate for the organization, coaching staff. So they're still kind of in it in a competitive way, at least mentally. So I would give them out to them as well.
Okay, Saints, and it shook. I messed up. Yeah, I was talking to my man I work with. He all about the college football things. I know he came from wasn't he like in Oregon and then went somewhere else, went to Louisville, and he was there when Herbert was there. You know, he like a 7-year college, 8-year college guy or whatever. But it shook like a corn shuck. But even though it says shug on the back of it, but you don't never know how that's pronounced. But yeah, we both got the Saints winning that game, and yeah, not trying to watch that one, man. Just give me the final score of that one right there. All right, man, move on. This one, not so much either. You got the Bills and the Browns. Bills are rounding into form. That was a huge win that they got last week versus the Patriots. That I thought that they was ready to get boat race. 21-0. They made some adjustments. Josh Allen. He's like trying to play a form-fitting game the first like quarter and a half, and then he's like, "Look here, man, I'm just gonna play sandlot football. They can't stop me. I'm gonna run when I see running lanes, and then I'm gonna throw it when I see guys open." And they did that for 3 quarters, and they outscored them like 35 to like 10 or something like that. Still was a good game though, but the Bills definitely let it be known. Hey, the handing of the AFC East is premature. We still in this thing, right? So right now they're playing the Cleveland Browns. They're playing at Cleveland. Won't be an easy game because the Cleveland defense is good. Myles Garrett is looking to try to get that sack record, which I think he's 2 sacks away, 1 sack away, 1.5. Okay. I know sometimes they have trouble protecting Josh Allen, so you're gonna be on your own, bro, because Myles Garrett coming, baby. I got the Bills winning. I got Myles Garrett getting the record in this game, but I got the Bills winning because I think they really are looking to try to get their crown back because the Pat got a tough game this on tomorrow, so that they got to win. So I got the Bills.
Yeah, as far as winning the game, definitely the Bills. Granted, this game does have a lot of watchability. Miles, I also expect Miles to make some history tomorrow, and Shador comes with his own niche, like watchability, and so it'll be fun in that way, I guess. Definitely the Bills winning the game. Just continue to evaluate Shador as a quarterback.
All right.
Josh Allen is just, to your point made, looking to make a statement that Bills are still up there, still somebody to be reckoned with. So.
Yes, most definitely, most definitely. And I'm gonna tell you something. I know what Josh Allen's looking at. Like, hey, all the boogeymen ain't in the playoffs no more. Ain't no Pat, no Joe, no Lamar. Well, Lamar might be. We still, the jury's still out on that one. But all the boogeymen are gone. It's your time, man. It's your time. All right, man. So we both got the Bills in that game. Could be an entertaining game. The weather conditions probably gonna be stupid in that game. Stupid, but the Bills are used to it. They ain't nothing. They not used to it. So they trading in one bad weather for another bad weather. So they're fine with that. So we both got the Bills in that game. Okay, let's see. What's our next game here? Next game will be oh yeah, Titans. No, the Chiefs at the Titans. Look here, man. This might be a game that had the thing worked out a different way. I might would have bought a ticket and went up there to see this game just so I could see Pat. But we know there's no Pat. So there's really no reason to watch this game. But I still think with what the Chiefs got left, they'll still win. But we'll see. Who they got backing him up? Isn't it Gardner Minshew?
I would say Gardner Minshew has won games in the NFL.
Yeah, been a starter in the NFL.
He's familiar with the Titans.
Yeah.
His days in Jacksonville. So, yeah, I mean they're not playing for the playoffs, but in terms of playing for pride and for the love of the game, he's a capable backup in this spot for the last couple of weeks. So I wouldn't put it past them still wanting to finish on a high note their season. So then again, it now becomes way more in theory a winnable game for the Titans, which may not be the best thing for a team that
try to get that number one spot. I'm going for, like Ludacris said, I'm coming for that number one spot. That's what they coming for. Coming for that number one spot.
They should.
So who you picking? Picking the Chiefs. Watch the Titans win this game. I'm picking the Chiefs too, because they snuck them one a game last week, against the Browns. But that's a Kevin Stefanski game, because why won't you go for two in back-to-back touchdowns when you're not trailing? Still don't get that, whatever. But anyhow, man, that's neither here nor there. We both got the Chiefs, so we're moving on. All right, we got.
I'm not breaking the fourth wall yet. I keep seeing my eyes. Like, they don't know I'm watching. They know.
You can tell them.
Yeah, we definitely got the Miami, Texas A&M game going behind us here.
Yeah.
Big play just happened. Actually, huge play in that game. So.
For those who may not know, in the way I have my room set up here for when I do my videos, there's a TV position right in front or right behind the camera. So many times I'm watching games as I'm podcasting or whatever. So he's getting the same view right now. What I see when I'm when I'm doing videos, I constantly look up and okay, all right. So if it looks like I'm a tad bit distracted, that's kind of what's going on. Because we got Miami and Texas A&M, a college football playoff, on in the background. So that's kind of what's going on. If you kind of see us kind of looking off in the distance, that's so. But yeah, we football junkies, so so that's kind of what happened. We watching a football game somewhere. If it ain't that, we're watching a basketball game. We sports junkies. All right, man. Next game, you got another kind of a snoozer, but it might have a little watchability in it. You got the Minnesota Vikings going to MetLife to take on the New York Football Giants. This is an interesting game because as we see the Vikings kind of undid my Cowboys last Sunday night. They got a defense, and Brian Flores is one of them dudes that kind of can make quarterbacks look kind of, even good quarterbacks that kind of know what's going on, look just a little off. So it's going to be interesting what happens with him and Jackson Dart. So I think going to happen, Jackson Dart's going to make some plays. Brian Flores is going to make a mistake or two, and it's going to be an entertaining game. As for a winner, I think J.J. McCarthy actually gets to face probably a real defense this week, and don't get to eat his lunch back there every time he takes a snap. I'm gonna take the Vikings because I think they're trying to reintroduce themselves to the people because they were kind of on snooze control for about 4 weeks. Until they played us, obviously, and played the Commanders, and they kind of found their way a little bit. And I think the Giants, they're still, looking to get that, a top draft pick. Now, it ain't above the Giants to win games they ain't supposed to be trying to win now. So let's not keep that in the back of your pocket there. But I'm going to go with the Vikings, but it should be an interesting game. But it's always interesting for a dome team to go on the road in elements. Always pay attention to that. But I'm going to take the Vikings, but I would not be surprised if the Giants found a way to win that.
Yeah, I'll just take the Giants. Let's
clash. Okay. All right. We fighting. Yeah, we fighting. You're going to take the Giants. Okay. Any rationale for that, or you just...
Well, I think, McCarthy being a wild card is kind of like, I wouldn't just assume they win this game in New York. So,
yeah.
You go the other way and see what happens.
Go the other way and see what happens. All right, man. All right. So he's got the Giants. I got the Vikes. We fighting. Okay. Now, our first 5-star games. 5-star from the standpoint of what this game means. You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to Charlotte to take on the Carolina Panthers. This game should going to decide who wins that division. Both of them have lost games. The Bucs have lost 2 in a row. The Panthers have lost last week to the Saints. But they got to have it, man. They got to have it. They both tied. I think they're both 7-7, I think, or something like that. So they got to have it. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers because I think they are the better team and they are getting healthy at the right time. Carolina is interesting. I don't think they're just a great team. I do think they do a couple things well. They play decent defense and they run the ball well. But I think that Tampa Bay is going to be incentivized to win this game because I think right now Todd Bowles is under some fire right now. So, there may be some talk that, they don't make the playoffs. They may be looking to move on from him. I don't know. Nobody's really said that, but it's been some, he had a real interesting press conference after they lost the other night a week ago to the Falcons. They had a weird, interesting press conference. I think he's starting to feel the heat there, but I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. I just think they're the better team.
Panthers at home?
Yeah, you're at home.
It's clash.
It's clash, man. All right. Give me a rationale.
That's just a preference. I like to see the Panthers cover it at home and make week 18 win you in, lose you out scenario.
Yeah, that's the way it works. Win you in.
Pushing for watchability on the last week of the season.
You talking like Roger Goodell. That's exactly what he wants. Want every game to be watched.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So anyway, man. All right, man. We clashed on that one. He going Panthers. I'm going Buccaneers. Should be a good game, but it's going to be competitive because this will decide probably the division. And whoever wins that game, will get a home game in that playoff game in the first round. So, all right, man. We got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Miami Dolphins. Cincinnati have said that they're going to play the rest of their games. I know a lot of people was wanting them to go ahead and sit Joe. Joe like, I just got back. What I'm sitting for? I've been sitting all year. So I don't know, man. You got the Dolphins. Dolphins was playing some good football, and they was actually in the playoffs until they laid that egg Monday night against the Steelers. They were up against it. Steelers playing in their elements. It was like 12 degrees. They weren't winning that game. They lost that game as soon as they got off the plane. They're playing at home today, though. So I don't know. This is an interesting game. I'm going to take the Dolphins. I think we're going to fight.
Yeah, you go ahead and click it. You
definitely
Bengals, man. Dolphins are experimenting, so they'll have a rookie in it.
Oh, that's right. Quentin Ewers is starting quarterback. I'm changing my pick. Changing my pick.
Yeah.
Changing my pick. Yeah, I forgot. Quentin Ewers is playing. Yeah, no.
All right, well, yeah. We on the same thing.
Yeah, we're on the same thing. I'm going Bengals.
Yep.
Bengals. All right, man. No fight here. No fight, man. We just made up. We good now. We cool now, man. All right, man. Last about 12 o'clock games is the Chargers at my Dallas Cowboys at noon. An odd noon game for the Cowboys because they know they like that 3:25 time slot. So Cowboys not completely mathematically out of the playoffs, but as far as I'm concerned, are out of the playoffs. Chargers I still think they can maybe even win the division, I think, but I don't think they will. I think that's Denver's. I think that's in their pocket. I think the Chargers are 11-3 or 10-4. 10-4. Okay. So I think the Broncos are like 12-2, maybe. So yeah, they got a 2-game lead with 2 to play. So they'd have to win them both and hope that they lost them both. And I think one of them games they played each other late in the season. I think they play each other again. So I am going to take. Hey man, I'm gonna take the Cowboys. They're not gonna win it, but I'm gonna pull for them because it actually would be in their best interest to not win some of these games so they can pick them up a Sonny Styles or pick them up a Arvell Reese or Caleb Downs or what's the kid's name from Texas? Hill. Yeah, it'd be in their best interest to get one of them guys. But I think there's some guys that's got some incentives. I think CeeDee Lamb wants to get 1,000 yards. I think Devontae Williams wants to. He's auditioning for new teams. I don't think we're going to pay him in the offseason because we like to pay running backs like $2 million. I think he can $1,400 yard back and get $5-6 million on the market. Whatever. So there's a lot of things at play here. So I think they'll be trying to win this particular game because it's the home finale. They'll probably try to win this game. I'm going to take the Cowboys, even though I think the Chargers are the better team. All right, man. We'll fight on this one. Chargers need this game, so yeah. Ain't mad at that. Ain't mad at that one at all. Cowboys had their chance. All right, man. 3 o'clock game, 3:05. First one. I got a 5-star on it. You got the Jaguars at the Broncos, man. Jaguars playing good. What are they? 9-3? 9-4. 9-4. Okay.
14 games.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 9-4. They're going to Denver, which I think Denver's undefeated at home. It'll be cold, it'll be snow, it'll be all that sort of stuff. This is Jacksonville. I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I do think Jacksonville's coming to play though, because Jacksonville's coming one of those teams. Them and the Texans have emerged out of the AFC South. So I'm going with the Broncos though, because I just think the elements will play a part in this game. Um, you know, it's not the only element, but I think it'll be an element that matters late in the game. I'm going with the Broncos.
Yeah, this game being in Denver. It's in Jacksonville. I think I'll probably go the other way.
Oh, without a doubt,
Yeah,
without a doubt.
I'll let you. I'll go Denver.
Okay. All right. So Broncos.
Yep.
Broncos. It is. All right, man. All right. Then you got the Atlanta Falcons taking on the the Arizona Cardinals. Falcons coming off the improbable win over the Buccaneers after losing to the Jets. What do I say every week about the Falcons? They can do what?
Win it or lose.
Yeah. Win against anybody, lose against anybody. So I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I think they got talent. Um, but it's just a matter of what they do with it. I ain't looked at the injury report or anything, but I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
Falcons for sure.
Falcons for sure. All right, man. All right, man. 325 games. You got Raiders at the Texans. Texans are trying to win the division. Raiders are trying to get a number one pick. I'm going Texans. Texans. All right, man. Moving on. Then the second game of our 325 game slot, I got 5 stars by it. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Ford Field to take on the Detroit Lions, man. Should be an interesting game. Steelers need this game to keep pace, to stay ahead of the Baltimore Ravens, and they play in 2 weeks. So they'll want to stay, ahead of them. So even if they lose that game, they can still win the division. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't no easy task right here, because the Detroit Lions are needing to keep winning because they're in danger of missing the playoffs. So it's gonna be an interesting game, man. Steelers are playing some good football. I was really impressed by what I saw Monday night. They totally dismantled the Dolphins. Don't let the score and let this disarm you. That game was 28-3 in the fourth quarter, and they scored a couple of consolations there to make it 28-15. Game was nowhere near that close. Steelers playing some good football. I'm tempted to pick them, but I think the Lions are the more talented team, and I think they are the more desperate team because they're in danger of missing the whole playoff thing. So I'm gonna go with the Lions here.
Lions.
Yeah. Going with the Lions, man. Dan Campbell, you better not go messing up, going for 4th and 15 here. Let's not do that. I'm not saying you ever would. Better not do that and lose this game. All right, man. Sunday night on Peacock / NBC. I got 4 stars by this one. Would have been no stars, but the coach that went and dug up Phillip Rivers, man. Yeah. That was something we would have talked about last week. The coach, that which speaks to the. I'm gonna spend a little time on this, which speaks to the because the immediacy, and that's not even a word, of the NFL season. A lot of people think you can just take a season off or whatever. No, each season means what it means. That's why they was willing to take a chance on getting Phillip Rivers. It's like, no, we'd have made all these sacrifices. Next year ain't promised. Daniel Jones got an Achilles. We got to do something. So they went and dug up Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers has stopped playing. Like I said, only person happier than Phillip Rivers is Mrs. Phillip Rivers. He only play some football. Get him off of me. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say. Phillip Rivers do got 10 kids. Anywho. Sorry. I've been holding on to that one for a couple of weeks, man. Yeah, only one happier than Phillip to get this opportunity is Mrs. Rivers. Yeah, like that shit. Get him away from me. Get him off me. Go play some football or something. And he played well last week. They really should have won that game against the Seahawks. Played well. Don't know if that's going to translate into this week. Playing the 49ers. 49ers got got a stay of execution. When I say stay of execution, I mean they're still in line to win that division because the Rams lost Thursday night and probably one of the best games I've seen in a long time. PK, that was a classic. We'll be watching that one for a while there. But they're playing they're going to I think Lucas Oil, and they're taking on um, uh, Indianapolis Colts here. I'm tempted to take the Colts, man, but I'm gonna go 49ers. I think they need this win to stay pace with the because they're even keel with the Rams, and they're a half game behind the Seahawks, and they play them in a week. So I'm gonna go with the 49ers. But I look for the Colts to play well though. I look for them to play well. What say you?
Yeah, I go 49ers, but hey, shout out to Phil, man. Back in for the love of the game. They'd be mad at it, man. I would expect, teams like the Niners and anybody else on the schedule to kind of try and blitz and make life difficult for the old man. But either way, man, I had a very different opinion of it.
Okay.
Once I realized that Anthony Richardson was actually hurt and wasn't available for them originally. So it's like, in that sense, I'm like, well, to not give him a chance in this spot it kind of felt a little ridiculous to me. But did get the context. He had an injury. He was already unavailable. So now that he is available as a backup, I would assume.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think he had like an orbital bone fracture.
Yeah, I think he hurt himself as well.
Something like that, or whatever. Yeah. When I remember reading.
Well, hey, man, we'll see. We'll see how it goes the next few weeks for you, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, we both going 49ers there. That's the Sunday night game. The Monday night game. Or was that the Monday night game? That was the Monday night game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steelers Lions Sunday night.
Yeah. That's right. Monday. That's the Monday night game. Hey, man, let me see. Okay. Good. Okay, there is a Monday night. Is it not a Monday night game? Wait a minute. Did something Philip Rivers ain't able to do. I'm not gonna go any further on that. Let me look at my schedule, man. I think I may have made a misstep here. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that your boy made a mistake. It ain't gonna be the last time. Not gonna be the last time. Monday night. Yeah, that's right. Oh, but I missed the Sunday night game. That's what I missed. That's what I missed. I missed the Sunday night game, and maybe I didn't. I must have skipped over it. Okay, you got the New England Patriots traveling to Baltimore to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Now, that's the game right there. So Baltimore can't afford to slip up here, and the Pats. This is going to tell me if they for real or not, because you're playing a team you playing on the road. Number one, number two, you playing a team that's desperate. Got to have that win so that they ain't got no margin for error. And then of course you just took one on the chin last week, so it's going to be a lot of self-discovery here. We're going to find out what kind of team we got. I don't know, kind of torn on this one. I like Drake May. I like what the Patriots are doing. I like what they put together. I just kind of got a feeling that the Ravens are gonna get, and which will make that game next week. I guess when the Bills take on the Eagles, take on a big implications because they'll be tied up and they'll have to win that game in order to get the division. And exactly what Roger Goodell wants. Even though that's not a divisional game, it's a game they got to win. They can't sit players, you know. I guess I'm gonna go Baltimore. I keep hitting this thing and it makes this noise. I'm gonna go Baltimore, just because I think they're desperate. I know they gotta have it, and that's gonna make that Week 17 showdown with the Steelers all that more meaningful. I'm gonna go Baltimore.
Yeah, gotta have it if they want a chance at the division.
Okay.
Lamar.
All right, man. It's on you, man. All right, so now we got a couple of things we're gonna do, and we're getting ready to get out of here.